Well, hello, visitors to and denizens of the YouTubeverse. I'm John, your social hermit in the woods. Well, only as it happens, I'm not in the woods at the moment. Some ongoing life events have me away from home for the next while, but I'm going to do my best to still keep getting some videos out. Not being at home, though, you're going to have to bear with me not having access to my usual video editing software. So I'm going to be trialing another video editor for today. You'll probably end up seeing a watermark someplace on the video as a result. And just as an aside, I'd like to say I think that's really great marketing strategy by the developer because that let me try this software out for a full-length video and really see what I think of it before going ahead and buying it. And it's definitely a bit of a learning curve compared to software that I was familiar with, but I think it'll work and we'll give it a try. Okay, so with that preamble aside, in today's video, I wanted to carry on with my recent theme of ways you can cook inside your minivan camper. If you check out my video on the design and build of my minivan camper, you'll see that I have an aft galley arrangement, and that's accessed via the rear hatch. It's really great in nice weather, but sometimes it rains in life, or worse, and you might still want a hot meal. Personally, I'm not comfortable with any means of running an open flame for cooking inside my setup with it closed up. So I've already covered a self-heating meal option. Check out the video on that if you're interested. Another class of options, however, is electrically heated cooking devices. And these can be divided into either 12-volt DC, which run directly off the vehicle power system, or ones that are AC powered off what I'll call house mains. That can be 120 AC in North America, or some other voltage, 230 volts if you're in Europe. Now, there's a lot of complexities and details around options for getting sufficient quantity of AC power inside your minivan. That's another whole topic, and I will do a video on some devices and options for doing that. But for today, we're just going to say it can be done. Okay, with that as a basis, what I want to talk about today is using a small, low power, and by low power I mean 600 watts or less, AC powered cooking device. And I'm going to show that you can make an actual multi-course meal in one little tiny device easily, and it's suitable to do in your minivan. Now, for simplicity of filming, I'm actually going to do this video inside a house. So it's actually done inside a kitchen. But there isn't anything I'm going to do here that you couldn't very easily do inside the minivan. It's just I didn't have the AC power supply at that point, and I wanted to go ahead and give it a try. Here's the device I'm actually going to be using today, and my usual caveats apply. I'm not sponsored or paid to endorse anything. I bought this myself, and I just happen to have been quite pleased with it, and I thought I'd share it. Okay, it's a Bear brand electric cooker. It's got two power settings. There's a switch down there, 300 or 600 watts. The 600 watts is going to be an important factor later on. The main dish in here is stainless steel, easily cleanable. It also has a stackable, you can choose to use it or not use it, steam tray, and a glass lid, and obviously a power cord. So we're going to take a half chicken breast, which has been marinating in spices for about a half an hour. We're going to lift off the steamer basket, put in about a tablespoon of olive oil, put that on, helps if you plug it in. And we'll switch this on to high, put the lid on. That heated up real fast, so we'll get the chicken in there. Olive oil is low smoke point, so not surprising, but we put that on low. We'll give that about 1 minute aside. I'm going to put the temperature back up to high. I can hear it slowing down. Okay, that's had about a minute on the first side. going to flip it over. You can see that browned up nicely. Okay, and after about another minute, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn this off momentarily. Oh, looks good. And don't worry about the stuff fried on there. I'm going to set that in the steamer plate. Now I'm going to add, that was 1 cup of water. Let's go with about another half a cup. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to turn that back on high. Then I'm going to put some canned green beans in on the side here. Bring that over and set it on top. Put the lid on, and I can already hear that's close to a boil, so I'm going to put that down to medium, and I'm going to give that, let's give it 20 minutes. Within a couple of minutes, you can already see a lot of steam building up on the glass cover, which is a good sign, so we'll go ahead and let that go. We'll go ahead and make some dipping sauce in the meantime, which is going to be soy sauce, sesame oil, a little bit of red wine vinegar, and ginger. And I'm just going to mix those together. Stir that up. And we'll let that sit for the flavors to blend. Okay, that's been 20 minutes. Let's check the chicken. Turn that off. That is definitely some very hot steam there. Let's lift that out. Slice into here at the thickest part. And look at that. That is beautifully done. That's just about perfect. Okay, that's what we wanted to know. We're going to set that back in there. We're going to lift this off, and now we're down to about half a cup of water in there, but I want a little bit less. So we're going to unplug it, and I'm going to pour out all except about 60 mils or so. Plug it back in. Remember, we're trying to do this with things that you would get easily at a grocery store while you're out camping in your minivan. So we're going to go with a pre-made rice and vegetable mix here. Drop that in the remaining liquid, put the lid back on, and switch it back on to low for about 2 minutes. And that's had 2 minutes to warm up the rice, so we should be done. We'll turn this off. Unplug it to make our lives a little easier. Now I'm going to lift the chicken out again, and this time I'm going to slice it. Transfer that onto our plate. We're going to move the green beans over. And then we're left with the rice. Let's give it a try. All done in one single pot.